check that the sounds are alright on my end of the stream. Bear with me, there's no one in, but it's a good time to check really if the sound and the video quality is alright. Yeah, video quality looks good, sound looks good. Right, let's get into this.
Can you hear me? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. I'm ready to continue.
Good. Now that you've begun conditioning, let's return to 2070. After Coalescence collapsed, you were trapped in Singapore.
With quarantine zones unlocked all over the world, we couldn't raise WA command. If we were going to escape, we had to improvise. We turned to the 54 Immortals. They were dangerous and unpredictable, but they were no enemy of ours.
Hendricks trusted them?
What choice did we have? If we wanted out of Singapore, we had to go through the biodomes. We had to go through the Immortals.
Country away from the world. Hang on a minute.
Getting in was easy. Getting out would be another matter entirely. At the time, the biodomes were the safest place to be. With the outbreak of 2060, the Immortals seized the marina and dug in. The biodomes were impenetrable. Dead-proof. Hendricks had a contact, Danny Lee. He was slimy as they come, but he could get us transport. Not only that, Taylor had beaten us out of the biodomes, and Danny claimed to know where he was heading.
They had this information.
Danny was convinced Gojulan had info on her central server. They were doing us a solid, really. But that didn't come cheap. They wanted food, water, weapons, reinforcements from the Winslow Accord. We agreed to their terms, with no idea if we could honor it. The Immortals were a people of their word, and quite efficient in punishing those who did not act the same. Danny was in a bad mood. The Immortals weren't exactly happy to see us. They knew our part in what had happened in Coalescence. Danny went so far as to accuse us of opening the containment zones ourselves. Hendricks persuaded him otherwise. But that didn't change how I felt. We were there. We had our chance to stop Diaz in the server room.
You cannot blame yourself for what is out of your control. There were powers in play far greater than your own. Powers with far more...
We'd become complacent. We got comfortable. The dead had stayed in their cage, and we kept pretending nothing had happened. Taylor and Diaz changed that. Pandemonium.
Your girl's watching, seeing what the comment says at the bottom. Yep. Chloe, have you seen what the comment says at the bottom of the screen?
I don't know how the undead got in. A forgotten open gate. A child's mistake. A poorly nailed board over a window. It didn't matter. It was spreading fast. We were already outnumbered 20 to 1. The remaining humans scrambling away. Locked in their homes.
Lighting. Moonlighting.
Heard that familiar screech. Parasites, mutated creatures born out of 6115 were flying towards us.
Wounded.
Heard that familiar screech. Parasites, mutated creatures born out of 6115 were flying towards us.
That's do quite a lot of damage. Damage them in a minute.
Heard that familiar screech. Parasites, mutated creatures born out of 6115 were flying towards us.
You've done.
With the shipping yard cleared, Cloud Mountain was just ahead. The server room at the top. We had a long climb ahead of us.
was that? What was that? Me no like it that. Look on these nuts. Well, you took your time. Yeah, it's alright. I'll pretty much clear the entire room and then I'll let you take all the credit. How about that?
The server room?
Locking us out of the central.
Protect him? Why should I protect him? He didn't protect me. No, I'm standing around. Get me a friend. How's your day been then? What are we doing here? Good guy. Bricks. Beautiful. Just the usual lame bricks. Do it laughing.
Hendricks had pulled all the data he could. I hoped it was enough. Our pickup was in position. It's time to get the hell out of here.
This Wraith telling you. It was like the malfunctioning robots you found in different quarantine zones. The kind targeting anything and everything as an enemy.
Just like that. Except on a much larger, more deadly scale.
Clean
And this one was
deleter.
very
Sounds fun.
interested in us. Command had an exit route. Extraction set beyond the swamps. If we crossed the super trees, there were shipping docks. Between the flesh eaters and that wraith eyeing us, the super trees would be no walk in the park. We had to haul ass and stay out of sight. But they weren't our only concern. Winslow Accord picked up chatter ahead. Apparently, we weren't the only humans using the docks to escape.
Oops. Let's not do that.
We had to haul ass and stay out of sight. But they weren't our only concern. Winslow Accord picked up chatter ahead. Apparently, we weren't the only humans using the docks to escape.
What? Right.
We had to haul ass and stay out of sight. But they weren't our only concern. Winslow Accord picked up chatter ahead. Apparently, we weren't the only humans using the docks to escape.
Makes sense to go up the stairs. Yeah.
The super tree was collapsing. The only safe route to the docks was up. Chatter confirmed that 54 immortals were scrambling to get out of the biodomes through the swamps.
And here. Trees are fine. What was that? Yeah.
From the sound of it, they wanted us dead as much as the flesh eaters did. Looked like we were jumping from one bad situation into another.
big gun.
Hendricks commandeered an airboat and set the autopilot. We had undead on our ass, and more 54I ahead. And that rogue Wraith wasn't done with us yet.
Learn from the server.
Nothing. It had been wiped. Taylor was in the wind. And the virus, 6115, wouldn't stop this time. The Winslow Accord and CDP had been thrown into chaos. We'd lost Hong Kong, Berlin, and Cairo. And it was just getting started. 5 years. 5 long, dark years. Opening the quarantine zones did exactly as we feared. And by 2075, what was a contained situation gave way to anarchy. Humanity's numbers had been reduced to a few hundred mil scattered across the globe. The undead had risen to 7 billion. Taylor was in the wind.
So that is the end of the stream. I will see you guys later on.